20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New York Jets. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Go, set. Check right. Watch it, Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch tight end.
Darnold. That is incomplete.
Throwaway and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So,
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Dawson tacks on the point after, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run with a 2nd-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Ballage. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
I got one. 80. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch the screen.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. He's got Evans. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. And that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
1st and 10 at the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Rosen to his tight end, Gesicki.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They run it with Ballage, and he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He will push his way down to about the 14. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Hey, alert.
3rd and long here for Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Rosen. And this is caught by Evans. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Balaj. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throw left side complete. It's Grant. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage.
All day, baby, all day. 80. Hey, Haywood. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
On third down, Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
The tackle there by Brian Poole. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Mike's 50. Hey, exit. Mike's 54. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He completes it to Evans. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. He's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Jam.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw it.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Dawson tacks on the point after. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Jets.
Here we go.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And the pressure gets to him again. Christian Wilkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Found his target. It's Anderson. 23 yards on the play.
Get ready.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
First down.
55. Ready? Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 1st down, it's Bell. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Right there in the middle. 55. Silver.
They'll go again with Bell. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back to throw, Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Dawson's kick is up and through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the 29, Rosen over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Here's Rosen to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. A Miami 1st down. That one going for a gain of 11.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Again, it's Balaj. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
57, smooth. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 57. Mike, 57. All day, dog. 57's the mic. Watch the
Rosen will throw. And it's caught by Parker. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Get in the weight room. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Yeah, baby!
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the ref. And that means 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run with Balaj. And now a fumble. The ball's out. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
80. Hey, alert! 57's the mic. Watch 57. Check tight. Hey, Charlie. Check tight. 80. Hey, turn it up.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. 3 bucks.
On first down, Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. To throw is Darnold. A screen to Bell. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
On second down, Montgomery, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Bell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down and 6. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance. That's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Hey, Alpha. 57. Mike, 57.
He's back to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Rosen now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's first and 10.
Hey, Zoo. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Hey, check, Mike. Hug. 57. Let him know. Yes.
They'll look to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Time to go. Night.
Back to throw. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj in the final minute, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter.
Middle. Come on, Monday.
57. You can't block me.
Hey, Delta.
You can't block me.
Hey, check it.
Throwing now is Rosen, and it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Anderson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So this thing is all going to come down to the right foot of Phil Dawson. This from long, very long range. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Baby, let's go!
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
That one complete to Anderson. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call. But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Here's Darnold. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it with Bell. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Darnold. Open is Powell. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Darnold finding Anderson here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive can.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they